So hey everybody, I got a goodie in the mail today, and I'm going to let Emmy open it up. She has no idea what's in the box, and she has no idea what Grandpa's up to. So I got a knife, bam! But I'm going to use it. Safety first, right buddy? Let me cut it.
If your amplifier needs repair, there's no shop here or anywhere.
Styrofoam, that's a good sign. Probably not going to be mangled. What do you think? It's already looking gorgeous, isn't it?
Speed of lightning, roll of laughter, fixing all that's broken or hacked by
I know your back's not best shape right now.
For in this world, vintage amps go by, replace, consolidate you and I. Who brings me the sound that you make me? Vintage electronics that fly and speed, it's
There it is. What do you think, buddy?
Speed of lightning, roll of
any idea what that is?
all that's broken or hacked by cobblers.
So if you go down here and you read it, what does it say?
D-Labs. There's no need to fear, D-Labs Electronics is here.
Audio oscillator. It's a model 201B made by the HP company, which is Hewlett Packard. And look at there, it's made in California. So this is dated like 1950. But I have a reason that I bought it. And guess what that is? To turn it into a guitar amp. So I'm sure you're saying, what the heck, D-Lab? You can't turn the audio generator into a guitar amp. Well, let's take a look under the hood. Maybe I can change your mind. What do we have right here? A pair of 6L6s. What do we have here? A 6SL7. So this is a push-pull audio stage. That's the inverter. Here is the output transformer, but it's 600 ohm, not 8 ohm like you'd see in a guitar amp. Now you look over here, got a humongous power transformer, filter caps, got a 5Y3 rectifier, and of course all this other stuff would not be used. But when I saw this, I thought, man, that's a guitar amp. It just needs a little bit of repurposing. Obviously it's going to take some reconfiguration, but the main piece is the output transformer, right? So I have here a new output transformer that's rated for a pair of 6L6s. So before we get too excited here, the main question is, will the unit power up? Because if this power transformer is fried, this is pretty much going to turn into a scrapper. So let's bring this thing up on my Variac, see if the tubes light up, and check for the high voltage going to those 6L6s. If that's there, we're moving forward with the project. Alright, we may have an issue. Now the power cord is damaged here, but I'm across the AC input plug. I show open circuit with the power switch on. So let's assume the cord's bad, which I'm hoping, because like I said, if this power transformer is bad, I'm hosed. So I'm going to go in here after the fuse, and this is the primary winding right there. You can see we got about 4 ohms, so that's good. So I'm going to cut off this old cord since it's obviously hacked. I'll put in a little cheater cord. We'll try to power it up. Alright, so I isolated the power cord. That way if something's shorted back here, we won't have any issues. So I'm going to reconnect my little cheater cord across the primary. I'm going to put that into the Variac. But before I do that, I'm going to hook my meter up to the output of the power supply to see if we have any high voltage. Getting close. Okay, time for the smoke test. Let's hope for the best. I really want this transformer to be good. My Variac is on, switch is on, meter is monitoring the high voltage. I'm seeing current over here. Now once I see high voltage and tubes or lights coming on, I'm going to shut it down because I don't want bad caps to cause issues, right? So I see the power lamp coming up. Got high voltage coming up. So that tells you that the 5Y3 is coming to life and we're not drawing excessive current. I'm going to kill the shop lights. I'm going to pull out the rectifier tube so we don't have high voltage. And we'll just see how many tubes actually light up. See the dial light up there? Okay, there's 100 volts applied, only drawing about a 1/4 amp of current. See that tube's on. See all the filaments on. I really want to know if those 6L6s come up, because they're kind of the holy grail in this thing. So at this point with no high voltage, you don't have to worry about leaky filter caps damaging anything because they have no voltage on them. Okay. All right, we'll take a quick look underneath. Now here is the bottom panel. You can see some witness marks from some drippers, right? And up there, you see that black dust? That's coming off of this tuning mechanism. So I'm sure it is in need of lubrication. Maybe we can reuse this for the master volume. Be kind of cool. Take a look at those old switches. HP sure did some beautiful work. This thing is really well built. Hopefully I can reuse these turret boards when we build the new preamp section. But most of this stuff is coming out. Alright, now let's cut to the actual HP schematic for the model 201B audio oscillator. So if you look at this schematic, hopefully you can see what I see. To the right, you have a pretty robust power supply putting out almost 400 volts to the output transformer, which feeds a pair of 6L6s in Class AB. If you take a look to the left of that, you'll see a power supply regulation circuit, which we don't need. Okay? And then the upper left, that is the oscillator section. That is all going to come out. So let me cut to another version of the schematic. And I've kind of put some ovals around the areas that I'll be changing out. Okay? So you can see we're going to add a preamp. We're going to update the inverter. There's going to be some power supply work. And of course the output transformer needs to be updated to a guitar amp style. So the one that's in there that has a 600 ohm output comes out. We put in a standard guitar amp type that has 8 and maybe 4 ohm output to hook to a speaker. And this thing should be like a 35 watt Class AB amp. It's going to be a honker. Alright, front panel. I am going to try and repurpose as much of this and leave it as stock as I can. Okay? So we're obviously going to use the power switch. But these other switches for ranges and all that craziness is probably going to have to come out. So this may become where our input jack is. This may be our volume, treble, bass, master. Kind of like the other repurpose project that I have in the works right now with a single-ended amp. But this one will be much more powerful and obviously very cool looking. So get ready, a super cool repurposing project is on the way. I'm going to start this one as soon as we wrap up the current amp that's being repurposed. If you think about it, you can kind of repurpose anything, guys. You just have to use your imagination. This one kind of caught me by surprise, but when I saw that diagram and saw what was in there to work with, I thought, man, I cannot wait to do this one for you guys. So stay tuned, it's on the way from D-Lab Electronics.